Tatooine, Podrace fans. We have perfect weather today for the Bunta Classic.
And a big turnout here from all corners of the Outer Rim territories.
Originally released back in 1999 for the N64 and the Dreamcast, Star Wars Episode 1 Podracer is the latest in a line of classic Star Wars games that have been given some love by Aspyr, who have been pleasing many gamers by tarting up and releasing the likes of Jedi Outcast and Jedi Academy for release on PlayStation 4 and Nintendo Switch. But after being frozen in carbonite for so long, how does Podracer hold up? Well, the answer is pretty damn well, from a certain point of view. Whether you like the Star Wars prequel trilogy or not, they did provide a much larger view into the galaxy far, far away, by introducing us to more planets, species and elements that make up this massively diverse and scandalous universe. Despite being in possibly the worst movie in the saga, Podracer became a popular element to the Star Wars universe, so it was no wonder that a series of games based around this fast-paced blend of Formula 1 meets Destruction Derby meets Death Race graced the consoles and the arcades. In Podracer, you can enjoy the thrills of these high-speed suicide runs across 8 planets while choosing from 25 characters, each with their own pod races to master. Some of these characters will need to be unlocked, which you can do by progressing through the game's core tournament mode. Each pod racer can also be improved with a series of upgrades to increase speed and handling by visiting Watto's shop. But just remember, Republic credits are no good here, so don't go waving your hand around like you're some kind of Jedi. Obviously, this game is from 1999, and although Aspyr did a few tweaks, this is far from a remake or even a full remaster. Graphically, the game looks pretty much as it did back in the day, though the resolution has been beefed up to look better on modern screens. The vehicles, tracks and scenery are all comprised of jagged lines that at least look smooth and clean, albeit with a fairly bland texture design and basic colour palette, which may make this look like a pile of bantha poodoo for those who have become accustomed to the photoreal designs of modern day. But for those who can look past the hexagonal waterfalls and Liam Neeson's Dorito-shaped nose, this is a fun nostalgic experience, here complete with a version of Jake Lloyd that finally represents his acting ability. Thankfully, the core gameplay is right on the money. The controls have been remapped to suit the PS4 controller layout and provides a responsive experience. The sense of speed in the Podracer is superb, especially racing in cockpit view, and only gets faster as you buy engine upgrades. After whizzing around the tracks at breakneck speed, you won't have time to worry about any of the old school graphics, and you'll be focused on avoiding hazards, taking sharp turns and looking out for those all important shortcuts to give you the edge. Though there will be a host of races out to beat you, you will rarely have to worry about them as the competition is next to zero, which is a shame. There is the odd disturbance in the Force, when you will get overtaken in some races and suddenly the leader vanishes into lightspeed, never to be seen again. This feels cheap and usually means you have to restart the race in order to finish in first place, instead of there being a steady progression in competitiveness to the AI. Episode 1 Podracer is likely to appeal to 2 core players, the ones that played it back in the day and want to enjoy the experience again in slightly updated glory with trophy support, and those who have younglings in the house who are new to the galaxy far, far away and want something to pick up and play in lieu of the measly Star Wars offerings available this gen. Though the experience isn't for everyone, there is a great arcadey feel on hand, with some solid fast-paced racing and the sounds of John Williams' finest. It's just a shame that AI is so unbalanced to give a real sense that you are doing anything other than a glorified time trial throughout this tournament. Though split screen is available, it would have been nice to go the whole hog and have a full online multiplayer mode. I hope to see Aspyr continue to bring more classics to modern platforms to fill the current void for both new and old fans alike. Overall, I did enjoy my time with Podracer despite its limitations, but my enjoyment came from a vibe of nostalgia and being a fan of retro titles. For £11.99, you get a decent throwback experience but nothing that's so in-depth to keep you hooked for hours. TBG rewarding Podracer 6.5 out of 10. Thank you for joining me for the latest Freshly Baked review. My name's Breadroll, and we'll catch you next time.
Podracer in the galaxy. Anakin Skywalker.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.